What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and there is an epic beef brewing between two pop culture icons. In fact, someone pick up the telephone, dial the boys over there at Celebrity Deathmatch, and tell them we have a headliner on our hands. That's right, folks. Of course, I am talking about the legendary beef that just sparked between Gizmo from the Gremlins and Grogu from the Mandalorian. That's right. Baby Yoda and Gizmo are at odds with each other. Or at least the creator of the Gremlins is not so happy with Star Wars right now. He had a recent interview in which he called out Star Wars and called Baby Yoda nothing more than a ripoff, a straight up copy and paste of the classic Gizmo. Now, at the beginning of this video, I know I said this was a beef brewing between two pop culture icons, but let's be honest. Grogu was kind of like the flavor of the month. Whereas Gizmo's gonna last forever. And if you ask me, Gizmo would whoop Grogu's ass. I don't care if Grogu has the Force or not. Gizmo will find a way. That's one thing that I always loved about Gizmo. But seriously, the director and the creator has basically accused not Marvel, but Disney and Star Wars of just copying his character. And I understand where he's coming from, but I don't view Grogu as a copy and paste of Gizmo per se. You know, alright, one would have to put it like this. Do you think Yoda and Gizmo look the same? Do you think Yoda is a ripoff of Gizmo? Or do you think Gizmo is a ripoff of Yoda? No, not really. Well, Baby Yoda just looks like a baby version of Yoda. But yeah, I understand. I see the resemblance. They got the big ears. Grogu's this little baby. And, you know, Gizmo is baby-esque as well. Although I will say that Gizmo matured much faster than Grogu. Grogu's like, what? Thousands of years old, hundreds of years old. Gizmo was born, you know, in the next day or two, he was already going full Rambo mode. So yeah, my money is on Gizmo. But like I said, I don't view this Grogu or Baby Yoda as a complete copy and paste, but I understand what he's saying there. And it must be frustrating when you know that you're trying to, you know, reinvigorate the Gremlins franchise, and then you have this baby on screen that looks kind of like Gizmo a year or two before you could get your product out there. So I understand the frustration, and I'll be honest, anyone who's willing to stand up against Star Wars and Disney, I'm a fan of them, because I am getting tired of the woke nonsense that they are pushing out there 24/7, and I'm glad to see that other people in Hollywood are starting to push back. I mean, it seems like Star Wars and the folks over at Disney have completely run out of originality. They're even copying off themselves. If you watched the recent Kenobi show, there were scenes in that show that they straight up ripped off from another Star Wars show. So I wouldn't be surprised if people sat down and was like, you know what? Gizmo's really cool. Yoda's really cool, but Yoda's old and crusty and he has a few, you know, little hairs poking out in random places. He's not that cute. How can we make Yoda more cute? And then they look to Gizmo and they kind of combine the two. So I understand the comparison there. Although I do think they're different. But like I said, if you're going to pick up arms and go against Disney and Star Wars, then I'm right there with you, because I am not happy about the content they're putting out. What I am happy about is seeing that the Gremlins are coming back. I believe there is an animated project in the works coming to HBO Max, and I'm sure there will be some live action to follow up. And the reason this gives me hope now is because they're calling out Disney. And Disney is just consists of nothing but woke garbage nowadays. So I would think if they have the awareness to call Disney out, then hopefully they're aware enough not to ruin their own franchise with the Gremlins, because this could be something cool. You know, I understand that most of these reboots and requels and stuff that are coming out, they're all garbage. And that's because they have gone away from what made those franchises special. And instead, they're only worried about pushing political messages and wokeness and gender ideology and what have you. And I'm hoping that the Gremlins could be something that I can go and watch turn my brain off, and I don't have to get preached to. So if this guy has the balls and the awareness to call out Disney, then I'm thinking he might have, the ability to give us a pretty good product. Now, I wasn't sitting here over the years like, man, we need more Gremlins. But when you really think about it, I feel like the Gremlins are something, I don't know, I really feel like a sequel to the Gremlins could work. Or just a reboot of the Gremlins could work. You don't have to do too much with it, just as long as you don't make it CGI. If it's just nonstop CGI, Gizmo, CGI Gremlins, then I don't want any part of it. But if they're smart enough to still use puppets and animatronics and to really try to capture that feel and tell us a new story, then I will be right there for it day one. But let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. Do you think he was right? Was Baby Yoda a complete ripoff of Gizmo? Or is he just reaching a little bit here? Let me know your thoughts about that down in the comments below. Are you excited for another Gremlins show or movie? Let me know that down in the comments below as well. But while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all on the next video.